Hello, my name is Laura Moore, and this is my project called SafeBite, which is a mobile app that helps people with food allergies make safe eating choices while also reducing food waste. This month, I focused on refining my prototype based on feedback, testing my flow for consistency, and improving the overall user experience and visual design. Overall, I feel really proud about where my prototype is right now. It still needs some work, but it does feel cohesive, easy to navigate, and reflects the app's purpose clearly to help users feel confident and supported when managing their allergies and food inventory. Some of the biggest changes I made was refining the bottom menu navigation. I adjusted the icon strokes, kind of got some new icons as well to make it a little bit more cohesive with the design. And I went with a fun new little menu bar. I also added a subtle background texture to each screen just to give it a little bit more liveliness. So I took this background, adjusted the opacity, and put it back behind everything. I am working on improving the consistency of the spacing, buttons, typography. The typography is exactly where I want it to be. I just need to adjust some spacing and make sure everything's aligned, just some small tweaks. I also built a couple new screens to introduce some micro interactions, mainly to the community. I broke it into two screens and kind of have a toggle button up top. So this is a community feed. Think of this as like a Facebook feed where you can scroll through and see what all of your friends that you've previously added before, what they're doing, what they're sharing. And then if you go over to Alex's page, this is where he can add new recipes, complete challenges to earn badges and collect badges, and then maybe share a new donation center he's found. I'm still deciding if the black typography is too harsh. I might make a change to maybe make it like a subtle, like dark gray, navy-ish color, just so it's not as contrasting. But I do still want to, I kind of want it to blend better with the boho color palette, but I do still want to meet the accessibility requirements and make sure that everyone can read it. From the start, I've been designing SafeBite with users in mind. I base this flow on Alex's journey, one of my main personas. He represents users juggling new allergies and busy schedule. His story's a lot like mine. His story also helped me prioritize simplicity, clarity, and trust throughout the app. I also made sure to follow accessibility guidelines like keeping strong text contrast and using large, easy to tap buttons for key interactions. I focused on keeping content readable and supportive with a friendly, reassuring tone. And I also built in feedback loops through small animations, alerts, and reminder messages. These little moments reassure that the app is responsive, and reliable. I've made a little Trello or Kanban board on Trello. And there are quite a few things that I want to do to kind of refine it before this makes its way into my portfolio. But I would love to use this project in my portfolio. But I do want to kind of expand that community page a little bit more, kind of tweak it a little bit more, include more interactivity, maybe figure out a way to fit more into that frame. Maybe some tab options or something where you can kind of separate stuff out so I can have a dedicated screen for each item. I do want to add a pre-scan frame to guide users before scanning barcodes so that process feels a little bit smoother. And I do want to, like I said before, test the color contrast and visual hierarchy just to make sure everything's still accessible. And then as far as the actual prototyping goes, I do want to make some more tweaks. I kind of want to jazz things up a little bit instead of just your normal click on this button. I kind of want to see if I can make some things like flash to get your attention to it a little bit. Like maybe down here where there's like a new challenge, like kind of bring your alert to that. This month has taught me the importance of the small details in UX design, like icon weight, typography, color, and animation timing, and how it just affects how users perceive the actual product. I've also learned how valuable it is to keep iterating. Even when a design feels done, so to speak, there's always something I can do to make it smoother, more intuitive. I've also learned a lot about balancing functionality with personality, making sure the design feels human and warm and inclusive, but also efficient. Going forward, I'll continue to carry that mindset into user testing by observing how people naturally interact with each screen and adjusting based on real feedback. I have a few friends at work that I've showed this to briefly, and I can't wait to kind of put my last tweaks on it and let them go through and use them for user testing. But overall, I'm really happy with how SafeBite is shaping up. It's evolved from a simple idea into a cohesive, user-centered app that supports people with food allergies while encouraging sustainability. I'm excited to refine it even more after user testing next month and continue improving the experience. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.